Have I ever told you about the time we went head-to-head with an armada of pirate hunters? Oh yes, things were going all sorts of sideways. Then a second, humongous fleet showed up. In a blinding revelation from the Holy Triangularity itself, one of us had the idea to... Actually, this won't make sense unless I wind back a bit further. So bear with me. I was in something of a spot of bother when this dashing young scoundrel single-handedly overwhelmed the entire guard detail of a Ministry of Finance military station.
Hello, Flock, and good evening. Scarecrow here. I want to try something a little bit new. I love this game. I think I've got over 1,000 hours logged into it, and I always wanted to do a Let's Play on it, but the recording software that I was previously using wasn't supporting it. Like, I would just get like all black, and then you could just like kind of see a little bit of my screen in the center. However, what I'm using now seems to be working great. So we are going to start the Tides of Avarice playthrough. Um, you just heard a bit of an introduction about that. So let's see. You have always been a bit of a troublemaker, so it's not unusual for you to find yourself in the occasional sticky situation in the pursuit of easy credits. This time, however, it seems like your schemes have maneuvered you into a dead end, and you'll have a hard time getting out without help. Usually, I do a custom game start, or I do the young gun, or I do the Empyrean cadet. So let's check this out together, shall we?
Jolly egg salad. You are one for tall tales, Axiom. If you do not stop adding another piece of scale-bristling bravado to this story every time you tell it, I will one day foreclose on your bastool. So let
Whoa.
us start again, and kindly from the very beginning. Our wild card had just found himself in something of a predicament, with ample time to reflect on his past mistakes.
I wonder what those could have been. The things I've done in this game. I love these. Most people would sooner die than think. In fact, they do so. Bertrand Russell, 1872 to 1970. Damn, dude lived a long time. Like, think about all the things that, he had seen in that time.
Hey,
What?
looks like this is your lucky day, Two Eyes. That's the bunk of Hinu Hurricane, legendary pirate. Ministry disappeared her before she got the chance to escape.
Oh no.
Not before prepping herself, though. Golden
Oh.
ticket, the inmates call it. The guards never found out, but for some price-forsaken reason, they haven't stuffed anyone else in there, ever. Ah, that's exactly where you ended up, didn't you? By the triangularity, you'll be the one to finally get us out of here.
Will I now? Escape from the cell.
Should every nook and cranny. There's got to be something to that tale.
Oh, would you look at that?
That panel by the door. Lines punched in tight. But that could be it. Praise the twinkling stars. You did it. Let's have a little chat, shall we?
Sure.
Be welcome at my threshold, chosen one.
Who are you?
I'm the Axiom, but you can call me Axiom.
Axiom.
These ministry goons think I'm a hacker. That only shows how grossly they underappreciate my craft.
What's the plan?
If you can get me out of this cell, then I'll get you off this station. I've already tried hacking. I mean, gaining access to the security system. But the power
Right.
fluctuations are resetting it constantly. Probably on purpose. If you can tamper with the generator and make the station module switch to backup power, I have a brief window to open my cell. Here, take
Deal.
this communicator so we can coordinate.
I don't want to know how they didn't find that.
Layout. I'll guide you remotely. Don't ask, it's part of my job. I'll wait here and tidy up my cell. Looks like I'll be released early.
For bad behavior? Okay. Can I just press the button? I gotta remember, E doesn't work here.
Take the left corridor.
Take the left corridor.
Take the left corridor.
I did.
Go straight ahead.
Okay.
Go straight ahead.
Okay.
The power switch should be somewhere nearby. Enter the airlock and get into your spacesuit.
Oh, hell. Yeehaw! Okay, it's been a minute since I've played this game. Which is so funny because I literally have my keyboard, or like my mouse, like all configured for it.
Looks like the holy whatever consecrated the wrong guy.
Consecrated him, huh?
Here's our ride out. Ahead of time. I hope they're not drawing too much suspicion. On with the show. Triangulating possible escape vectors.
What's up?
Were you doing this and received the cover of work when you're in the Walmart?
Huh?
I said, well, you're finishing this up and received the cover of work when you're in the Walmart.
To go grab a test?
Naturally, like, what else would I do?
Grab me a back smoke. Voice? Alright,
If
Oh.
we had enough, I would.
I know. I love you. Alright, I'll see you in a minute.
Located on the lower level of the maintenance tunnels. I am sending the coordinates now.
Okay, what have I gone and done here? Okay, there we go.
The airlock switch is nearby. The holy triangularity allows. It's still locked. Looks like you'll need to find a weapon to get through. Try searching the other cell floors. Sometimes weapons are purposely put in storage.
Okay. Good Lord. Hey, babe, will you put him in his bed? Thank you. Who said that?
That will do it. Now return to the airlock.
Well, hang on a second here.
It was the other guy's fault.
Oh, I know you.
Take me with you. I really did not know that he was.
Leave the other prisoners. We can always come back later. It won't do them any good if we let ourselves be captured now.
Okay. There we go. Yeah.
Kid, docking granted.
Space. Things don't maneuver so easily. Hello. All right. Now we're just waiting for Axiom.
Approaching the dock. I'll be with you in a moment.
Hurry up. We ain't got all day. Apparently I got some mail. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you fly. I'll just stand here. Where are we? Oh, joy. This is the only station we know.
There's a lot of activity in that sector.
Or the only sector.
You should know of them. Rejoice, Two Eyes. You'll meet the Maestro soon.
The Maestro, huh?
He has a peculiar kind of charm. So stay on your toes. I assure you, you'll want to end up in his good books.
Right. So now we're just waiting. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Alright. So it looks like we're going through the jump gate.
There's a gate up ahead. We're about to enter lawless space. So strap yourself in.
So what? I'll hang on to this.
Entering system. Windfall.
There she is. Our very own pirate, adventurer's base. Isn't she a beauty?
You mean that big ass thing? Ah.
Now observe my
It sure is pretty.
mortal.
You mean to tell me you're not mortal? Like, what up with that? Sure is taking you long enough.
Sweet familiar premises. I think I'll make a visit to the bridge to catch up with the rest of the run and find Maestro, our captain, and tell him I sent you. To give you something to do to take your mind off that turbulent episode.
I just take the ship.
Conduct yourself properly. Yes, he's brilliant and compassionate and all that, but he's still a split. I don't want to have to come over and scrape what's left of you off the walls.
Well, shit. Okay then.
Our getaway ship is already written off. Consider it your initiation gift.
Well, thank you. So I guess that scrap heap belongs to us now. Wait for me. Ah, hi.
There you are. Split is Maestro. You already met the Axiom. Split appreciates you helping Axiom escape, even if your motives may be self-serving.
Of course.
Split and crew, the Empyrean Curs, have embarked on journey towards complete independence. Split interested in bringing someone who does not mind breaking laws. Safe
Why
to
not?
say, you fit profile. Regular smuggler and best pilot, the Ace, has prior engagements.
Does he?
So, crew needs someone to smuggle space weed.
And space weed accessories?
Test if you're trustworthy. You interested?
You had me at weed, but yeah, first tell me about yourself.
Of course. You ask how come Split commands Empyrean Curs, rabble of pirate misfits, and so far from Split space. See, Split never part of broader Split culture, born into small makeshift family of Split during shutdown. Even though connection re-established, Split not feel at home with ferocious Split families. Split always prefers to use wits and be free from all obligations. Growing up in
Noble.
Fall, Split really not have choice except fall in with Vigor Syndicate. They taught Split to steal, cheat, and kill, if Split must. But Split disagrees with direction Vigor heading now. Short-sighted, exploiting vulnerable people, lack vision.
Right.
Much more interesting marks out there now. Split and trusted friends decided to strike out on own. Now, crew roam network aboard ship looking for opportunities to make money. However, crew see fit.
All about it.
Good. Split
Sign me up.
Split could count on you. Crew already transferred space weed into your ship's cargo hold. Split let buyer know to expect.
Let me have some of that.
Buyer, you cross policed space. Careful not be spotted.
Ruh-roh.
Swift travels.
Alright. I gotta go all the way to the Hatikva Free League. Okay. Engaging travel drive. I want to set up like a cockpit. You know what I mean? Like HOTUS system, like all that good stuff.
Entering system 18 billion.
Find way to silent witness. Well, where does...
Turn Vanguard.
Let's see here. Hey, this ship is so slow.
Unknown object.
Oh, really? Is it unknown? I mean, sure, I guess it's unknown to me, but...
Entering system. Grand exchange.
Uh-oh. Obviously, that was not the right jump gate. Problem was I didn't know what it was until I got there.
Entering
Okay.
system. 18 billion.
I'm gonna do this the old-fashioned way. Because usually, like, I have, like, the entire map explored. Okay, so here's another jump gate.
Unknown object.
So let's see where that one leads us. Unknown station, and unknown station. So that's gotta be it. Because the unknown, these jump gates, they'll appear as unknown objects. Everything else is unknown stations. Trader. Gas. Alright. That would be the one to Silent Witness.
You will show me what is in your cargo.
No, I will not.
System where space weed illegal. Most groups in network prohibit at least some wares. Some systems more lenient than others. Crucial to our survival to appreciate such nuances. Keep distance from police ships. Hope they don't spot you. If they do, hope your ship is faster than theirs.
Probably not, bro.
Drop the cargo.
No, find way to Silent Witness. Where am I? This is what you call a superhighway. I'm gonna boost up here. And hope that this is the right one. Although we should just ride this freaking superhighway around until it gets us to where we want to go. This is a lot of fun. Whee! Because, like, this will just, like, zoom us all the way around through the entire gate network. So, we're just going to stay on here for a minute. Because it's just going to go in, like, one giant loop. And it'll reveal a good chunk of the map for us.
Jump gate.
Let us take a look at your cargo.
How about no?
Entering system. Right promise.
This cargo will be profitable for me. Drop the cargo.
No.
Entering system. Trinity Sanctum. Entering system.
Like,
Unholy retribution.
because it just goes into like a giant loop, pretty much. So we're just gonna let it take
Entering system. Highest mists.
just let it take us where it. Oh wait. Yeah, it'll do that sometimes if you come in on it too hard. There we go. But yeah, it does. It'll take us into just a pretty giant loop. Sure it was. Leave me alone.
Entering system. Pontifex's claim.
Holy Vision.
System. Holy vision.
Because this map is, whoops, huge.
Entering system. True sight.
I mean, this will take us all the way into, well, I mean, you see it there, Argon space.
Entering system. Second contact.
But, I mean, the scenery is just absolutely stunning.
Entering system. Argon prime. Entering system. Atikva's choice.
Oh, there's a new story mission. It's competitive screening. Yep, that's a thing we are going to do at some point. But right now is not that time.
Let's see what you have for me today.
How about no?
Being broadcast exclusively in the proximity of Heretic's End. Signs indicate that we will imminently witness the extraordinarily rare reactivation of a jump gate. The Alliance of the
Okay,
Realms
so
has assembled an expedition to study this rare event. The reactivation,
this
able to be investigated scientifically, is an extremely
jump gate takes
difficult
us to.
You are welcome to join us.
So I think we're gonna want to hit up this.
Cerberus. Vanguard.
Whoops, held it for too long. This mysterious object is what's known
Unknown object.
as a superhighway. And so we're flying over there. And while we are, we can watch this. What do we got going on? There's a small fleet engaged in combat. Like Vigor Syndicate and the Ministry of Finance. Yeah, that's never good. All these stations, you can land on all of them. Every ship you see in the game, with the exception of Xenon, and which there's their own story behind them. I'm not going to talk about them yet. But but with the exception of the Xenon and the Kaak, KHA apostrophe AHK, and it's pronounced exactly as it sounds.
Entering silent witness.
There we
11.
go. The docking bay. This is a completely neutral field. It's not owned by. There is no governing faction, but there is a data vault. And it looks like there's a lot of mineable resources here too. Whoa. And there you see it. There's a cock raiding party. And they have targeted my ship. Of all things. Nope, not today. I don't exactly have much in the way of weaponry to be able to defend myself. So... But we better do something quick.
Docking granted.
Split squared it with buyer so you can just transfer space weed without issue. Cannot usually sell wares to stations without establishing black market first.
Woo!
Forager. Hive guard.
And y'all get to see a little bit of combat too.
Forager.
So that's exciting. Now let's see, do they drop anything good?
Container.
Flux capacitor. I could definitely use me some of that. 129,000 credits. Yes, please. And then it looks like we've got some other good. And then they just gave us 10,000 credits as well. Oh, whoops! I flew right past it. Oh, he heard Mama come home.
Short range transporter. A.
Now where? Ah, there they are.
Container.
Kion crystals. Take that.
Container.
Tuning software. Yes, please.
Successfully docked.
Yes, yes, yes. I know what I am doing. So, Space Weed. You are okay, buddy. It is time for bed. Wait for the trade to finish.
Buyer confirmed transaction. Wired money. Well done.
Kid.
And then I've earned myself a cool bit of
Congratulate you.
money in the process.
Empyrean Curs. Before I forget, you might notice Curs do not do names. So, since you will stick around, Split needs to come up with something for you. You competent smuggler shall call you Chipmunk.
Chipmunk, huh?
Curs taking on new members is string of recent setbacks. Split lost crew and assets to Taladi Ministry of Finance. Need help getting back on our feet. Return
That dude glitched me out.
Tasks for you. You also meet last member of Empyrean Curs.
Need to get to the trader's corner. Got some goods to sell, y'all. Hello.
Can I help?
Yes, show me your wares. I have an interface unit, or a flux capacitor, and two unstable crystals, and I guess pretty much nothing else. But we do have a new message. Let's see what it's all about. Collaboration expedition notice. The Alliance of the Word has recently become aware of an imminent jump gate reactivation in Heretic's End. Not only is this an exceptional opportunity to study the jump gate's mechanisms up close, but thanks to our communication with Kingdom End, we have reason to expect that they may make contact with the Boron Queendom upon activation. As the diplomatic center for the galactic collaboration and scientific progress, we extend an open invitation to anyone who wishes to join our expedition. Since we cannot anticipate what we might be faced with on the other side of the gate, we are primarily looking for flexible pilots with scouting experience. We're not going to do that just yet, but since the release of X4, the Boron have always been, and you'll understand why before too much longer.
Autopilot engaged.
Coffee's all gone. So yeah, I'm not gonna give it away. This series will be huge. There's so many storylines. The Terran, there's the Terran, there's the Terran storyline, the Split storyline, the Empyrean Curs, which we're doing right now. There's just a lot, right? Plus, throughout all of it, you may have seen as we're, kind of passing through, we get, mission offers, right? Stranded pirates, Xenon hunt, Marines needed, right? Like we get, stuff like this, defensive measures, where because you can build space stations, you can buy ships, you can pilot ships and fight, you can command entire fleets, you can have entire factory setups. You can have several factories that feed into like mining factories. You got mining vessels that that go gather their ore, gas, ice, whatever, and feed into that, and then that processes it into the community of planets. The you know, the Antigone Republic, the Argonne, Duke's Buccaneers, the uh, the Split, the Paranid, um, you know, all of these are different factions with different races. You know, the Argonne, Antigone Republic, the Terran, the Cigaris Pioneers, the Riptide Rakers, um, and the Vigor Syndicate. They are all humans. You know, like there's a huge, you know, I mean, you can lead a massive empire. So most of them fall under what you would call the community of planets. And the type of wares they need is pretty generalized across the entire spectrum of their races, their ships, their their building modules for their space stations, things like that. The Terran are the only faction. Maybe the Boron, now that they're being introduced finally, they might be the only other race that use different components. Like the Terrans use their main components are metallic microlattice, carbon substrate, I think, and what's the third one? Metallic microlattice, computronic substrate, and there's another one, but they're the stuff for their ships are really simple, and in my opinion, you know, are among the best. So I primarily stick to Terran builds, although I do like Split. Ships come in a variety of different sizes. Small ships, fighters, scouts, heavy fighters, mineral and gas miners, transporters, and then of course you've got medium ships, which will also be your frigates, your corvettes, then also miners and transporters and things like that. Then you get large ships. There's another class that I'm forgetting. Like here, yes, right? So you find a wharf here, right? You click on buy ships, and in small you've got, you know, this is just for who is this? This is just for the Argon, and there's like all kinds of lore and whatnot. There's ships, you know, a scout, a discoverer vanguard, eclipse vanguard as a heavy fighter, elite vanguard as a fighter, nova vanguard, quasar vanguard, courier as a miner, callisto vanguard as a courier, right? Those are basically, you know, so miners, fighters, scouts, and transport ships, right? Then like your medium, you know, frigates, gunboats, miners, and transporters. And then, you know, like the Ministry of Finance here, they've got, you know, their own stuff. Buzzard fighters, Falcon, Sentinel fighters, Guillemot Sentinels, Kestrel scouts, Magpie miners, Magpie couriers, then mediums, you know, the Osprey as a frigate, the Peregrine, whatever, as a gunboat, the man, whatever that is, as a miner, transporter, right, stuff like that, and you can pilot all of them, right? And then you also have a wharf. The wharf delivers ships in two flavors, large and extra large. These are, you know, your capital vessels. These are your destroyers, freighters for your transportation, miners, right? Your extra large. Your carriers, yes. Think of like a aircraft carrier, right? These carry fighters, small fighters, small ships, and in some cases medium ships. Like this can hold 10 medium ships and 40 smaller ships. Where it puts them, I don't know. Oh yeah, okay. Well, I can see the docks, right, for them right here. Right. Did we get in? No, we didn't find a way into. Um, but Windfall Summit, right? So that's your basic, right? Then you got, your Paranids down here, and I gotta tell you, man, they got some sexy stuff, right? The Ares, yeah, right. The Pegasus, the Perseus Sentinel, the Theseus Sentinel. This miner, like, not a combat ship, but I mean that's sexy as it comes right there. Their frigates, yum, and like you can land a smaller ship on that. The Nemesis, which is a corvette, which is basically a heavy fighter on steroids. It's got better guns, things like that. Miner, another miner, right? I think it's just gas and right, and then the Demetrius, which, I mean, kind of the reverse mullet going on here, ugly in the front, sexy in the back, right? Right, and then there's just all kinds of different stations. They use Claytronics, shield components, everything takes solar, scanning arrays, graphene, ore refineries, microchips, engine parts. Whereas, like I said, the Terrans primarily use computronic substrate, metallic microlattice, and carbon something. I can't remember, but like those are their three main components. Like it's just the easiest stuff to build with. How hard do you have to look to see it? Let me see. If you gotta use your phone.
Yeah, but these are notorious for that. Anyway, because they're the 97 cent test. Right there, baby.
Maybe I can see that without the light. It's low, but
Yeah, you
it's...
can.
I ain't delivering no crazy news yet, but stay tuned. Y'all, I think... No, I ain't jinxing it yet. I want to see one clearer.
I don't know if this one's gonna do that because I've heard that these are not so good for clear. Like if you want to see the line progression like this, everybody said they're like super faint. But
Alright, well let me wrap this up.
okay.
But yeah, I think we just got some very exciting news, y'all. Love you. Let me get the coffee cup out of the one. It's empty. And you just spent the money we were gonna use for creamer
We were gonna get creamer.
or milk.
Well,
Okay. Anyway, that would be super exciting. We want a baby, so fingers crossed.
There you are, Chipmunk. Relieved my skills of appraising creatures' criminal talents did not betray me.
Creature?
As Split said before, Empyrean Curs very much still growing. Crew used to be connected to many black market dealers in policed systems, but Ministry of Finance especially ratcheted up internal and external security. You help us establish new shady connection.
Okay.
Need to buy specific illegal item from black market, but none of current associates carry it.
Oh,
Split
no.
mark station with highest chance of criminal elements there.
Okay.
Nervous. Split talk you through process.
Gotcha.
Let's get to it.
All right. Yeah, let me. Okay, so we're gonna go through, right? So let me go through the wares here, right? So, what if- while seen as part of everyday life in Talati society, space weed has been illegal in both Argon and Paranid space, as it is seen as a dangerous narcotic. Dangerous. Ah! It's a gateway, all right, to the fridge. This point is argued heavily by many of those who partake, which is usually dried, crushed, and then toked. But attempts to legalize it have as of yet failed. I wonder if I'm gonna get flagged. Let's see. So, like, as far as wares go, right? So these are your main races. Although the descendants of the Terran colonists stranded from Earth centuries ago, the Argon became their own thriving civilization, covering a great many systems and forging relations with several alien races. Throughout their short history, the Argon Federation has been plagued by war, notably with the Xenon. Their greatest challenge, however, came from the unlikely source of the reconnected Terrans of Earth, where they were plunged into the costly Terran conflict. And then the cock, thought to have been wiped out during Operation Final Fury. Very little is known about the cock other than they seem to be an insectile hive race hell-bent on the destruction of all those that share the Jump Gate network. As a hive race, it is suspected that individual intelligence gives way to a communal or caste mentality. But very little research into the species was completed before Operation Final Fury took place. The Paranid. The physically imposing Paranid, as Axiom, who we met in the prison, he's a paranid. Are often regarded as arrogant by several races, which usually stems from their exceptional mathematical skills and religious fervor. Allied with the Split and distrusting the Argon, the Paranid have been in several conflicts where they use their technological prowess and multi-level thinking to gain tactical advantage. Split. They're interesting. In case you hadn't noticed, the leader of the Empyrean Curs there, what was his name? Is a Split. And when they refer to themselves in the first place, they refer to themselves as Split. The aggressive Split live in a society constantly changing leadership. Where challenging factions rise up to impose a new patriarch. Their short temper and fiery disposition puts them at odds with other races, which has sometimes led to war. notably with the boron and the argon. The Taladi, all about profits. The lizard-like Taladi are one of the founding members of the community of planets and have a natural affinity towards business and the accumulation of profit. They enjoy favorable relations with other relations, although some find their drive for profit disconcerting. Their long lifespan gives them a unique view of the jump gate shutdown, as does their previous experience being cut off from their home system of Lanamasura. And then, of course, we get to the Terran. The Terrans of the solar system have a long history of space flight and exploring the jump gate network. After the events of the terraformers over Earth, that's how the Xenon came to be. The Terrans severed their contact with the rest of the galaxy and had several centuries of rebuilding and advancement in isolation. Their brief return led to the Terran conflict, which preceded the mass disconnection of the jump gates. It is unknown if the war precipitated this event. So, good times. And of course, we haven't run into the Xenon yet, but the Xenon are terrible, terrible, terrible things. So, have I gotten any money? I better have got more. I got 224,000. And this is Ace. Ace is a Talati. Am I supposed to... Do I have a mission to do that yet? Mission manager, A Pirate's Life. Dubious Exchange. The Station Swindle. The Forbidden Knowledge of Station Hacking. Reward Valuable Cargo. I mean... Anyway, this is going to be a next episode type thing. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave this... I'm going to leave this episode right here. And we will be ready to take on these 3 missions. Let me see. That comes from him. That comes from Ace. That comes from Axiom. Right? So we've got Maestro, who is a split. You've got Ace, who is a Talati. And then you've got Axiom, who is a Paranid. And then, of course, you've got good old me, who you can kind of see, who you can't, I guess, really see much at all. But I'm a Argon male, I believe. So, but at any rate, y'all, this is where we're gonna leave it for now. Like, subscribe, pledge. We have a pledge. Craig Bean is our first Patreon member. And matter of fact, there's a video uploading as we speak, where him and I are just checking out a new map together on the Hunter Call of the Wild. So you should definitely go and check that out as well. And him and I, we will go live at some point. We will figure all of that out, and I will make an announcement. Until then, Scarecrow out.